we're going to come together. We're going to come together as one. We're not going to be pulling, or we're going to agree on everything? No, we're not going to agree on everything. But our common goal is the better for the town. Not the better for Duke, not the better for one of the council members, but the better for the people. And the town is the people. It's nothing to do with roads and streets and buildings, churches. It's nothing to do with that. It's to do with human beings. And when we have a deep concern and a deep love and a deep cherish for the human beings, then we'll have a deep love and a deep cherish for our town. And I know that this team right here, I know that we have that in us. And as the leadership goes, so go the people. And I'm grateful for everybody that's here. I'm grateful for the citizens that's out there. I love all you guys. You know, it doesn't matter where we were 2 months ago. Right now, we're moving forward with this town to make things better. And it takes all of us to do it, not just one of us. Duke can't do nothing by itself. I've been reaching out to people and to make this happen for us, okay? And I want to see us succeed as a community, better than we was before. So, would you like to address it? Come on, Melissa. You always got something to say.
Follow that up.
Right.
Okay. I am very grateful and I feel privileged for all of you that elected me to support this council in this town and our mayor. And I agree with what Mayor Duke has said. We are all friends, neighbors, and we will serve the community together. We are going to make a good team. But again, you've heard me say in many other public forums, it takes a village. There's nothing that can be done on this council that can be done without you all.
That's right.
So we plan to work closely with each and every one of you. I know I'm accessible at all times. Every one of you all know where I live. I'm not hard to find. And we want to make sure you know that we're here to work with you, for you, and we're going to have a good time doing it. So I'm looking forward to the next 4 years.
And I don't care if you pick up crumbs off the floor or if you eat steak during the day. Your voice matters to us. So please let me know, let the council know, and we'll work on this. We're here to build this community. We're not going to tear it down. It's already been built. So we're just going to further the building. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So thank you for electing me. And we plan to do a good job here the next 4 years. Thank you.
Okay, the next thing that we need to take care of is the election of the mayor pro tem. Before, I was reading the book, and it's every 2 years, right? There's a 2-year term. And I'm glad to see Mr. Bradshaw here because he can enlighten me in case there's something that maybe, and you too, Deborah, because I know you, and you, Ms. Denise, you've been on the council. Y'all know the ropes very well, you know. And so what we need to do is we need to get some nominees. It's going to be one of us right now, and the pro tem I think was Miss Brent.
It was Deborah.
I know we're going to do it after. Yeah, we'll do it after. So nominees, I would like to see maybe Denise Douglas because of her time that she's been on here already. So she's already had time, and between her and Miss Harold, they are the two that has the most experience. We would agree on that, right? So forth. So if Miss Denise would, I would like for her to be the mayor pro tem if there's no question into that. Okay. So we're gonna vote on it.
Any other nominee? No other nominee? Okay. The floor is now open for a vote.
Okay, the floor is now open for a vote. Can I get yeas and nays?
I make the motion that we elect Ms. David.
Okay, there you go, the motion first. Okay,
Ms.
look,
Douglas
it's
as
gonna take me a couple times,
Hey,
all
we're
right?
good.
I ain't that great, all right?
Ms.
All right.
Douglas as our mayor pro tem.
And I'll second the motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Okay, so it was unanimous. So Ms. Denise Douglas, for the next 2 years, will be our mayor pro tem. Okay, would everyone please stand for the prayer and the pledge of allegiance? And I would like Mr. Niece's nephew. Would you mind leading us in prayer, sir? Where is he at? Oh, there he is. Come on up here, brother. Deliver us right there. That's good.
On tonight, Lord God of the universe, of our nation, even this city and town of Society Hill, we pray that you will guide your leaders that have been elected and appointed. We pray that you will give them insight and wisdom. We pray for the people. Help them, oh God, to come on board with the vision. We pray for your spirit. We pray for your unity. And most of all, we pray for progress. God, that not only they will progress in their individual lives, but they will progress as a town and as a nation. We thank you for the ones who have come from here and gone other places. But God, we also pray that you will send new endeavors, new business, new life into this town of Society Hill. We ask all these favors and blessings in the name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we all have a copy of the minutes. I guess a couple of us already read over them pretty good. Just take a look at them. Melissa, you? Okay. And what I plan to do is it's going to be a little different. Me and Miss Brenda's going to work together where I can get these minutes to each and every one of us, and also a copy of the budget, so we can have time to look over that thing, you know, in the afternoons during the week. I know it's going to be tight for the budget because the meeting is usually like we're on the 11th today, and we probably didn't get the budget till, well, I went down there today and they had it ready, but I don't know, maybe if we could get a week or 3 or 4 days, just so they can have something to look at and have something in their hands. That way it's easier to study it, because guys, look, I looked at the budget and there's some numbers on there. And when there's that many numbers on there, you kind of need to take you need to look at it a little closer than just breezing right over it and saying, okay, everything looks good. Even today when I was in there, I had a couple of questions, and I still have a few questions that I will get with the CPA on. What happens here, what happens there, what's going on here, what happens there. Because I'm very proactive, especially in the finances. Mr. Bradshaw has done a wonderful job, y'all. He brought us from where we was to where we are now. And I got nothing bad to say about what he did with our finances. I got nothing bad to say about what he did, the CPA did. So all this, in my opinion, is okay. All right, we're on a roll, and Mr. Bradshaw planning not to put no bumps or throw no railroad ties out in the middle of the road. Okay, all right. We're gonna make this thing. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna keep on rolling like we're rolling because it's working. Okay? If we're gonna look at things and we're gonna make a few changes? Yes, we will. Just like in our town, we're gonna make a few changes. We're gonna make things happen. But we're not gonna throw a railroad tie in the road. Okay? Just like the staff, just like the chief back there. I plan to keep everything going like it's going, guys. It's working right now. Okay? All Duke plans to do is Duke just plans to come in here and try to put a little bit of Duke twist on it and make it a little bit better for all of us, okay? Because I got experiences and I got thoughts and I got ideas and I got vision, okay, for this town and what we can accomplish. And I got people that's behind me that's really influencing me to do things for this town and going to help us to make it happen, okay? So the more that we push together, the better we're going to be, okay? The more that we push together. So has everybody looked at the minutes? Everybody looked at the budget?
I'll make the motion to accept the minutes for the December 14th, 2020-21 meeting as written.
Second that motion.
All in favor? Okay. That was the minutes. How about budget? Budget looks all right?
One thing,
Yes, ma'am.
if I may, I'd like to suggest, well, this is our opening meeting, but I'd also like to suggest in regards to the financial report, I think that it might be a good idea, if something we can talk about right now, if we allow this financial report to also be placed here on the
Yeah.
table for our public. We see it, and we may see it the day before, but at least, I mean, they may not have the opportunity to see it in that way, but at least when they pick up their agenda, they can also pick up a copy of the financial report, so that if there are any questions, we can give them the opportunity to raise their hands as well.
Right, yeah, because it is public.
It's all our money going into this budget, so I
Yes.
think that's something that would behoove us to share with the public, so.
And, you know, I was thinking if we had the 2 copies laid out there, and if you wanted to come by and take a picture on your phone so you don't have to worry about the paper, and you can sit right over there and look at it on your phone. I mean, it's just as easy to pop a couple pictures, you know, and have it where you can have it tangible instead of the copies.
I mean, I don't know if that's something we need to vote on, or if we can just make that suggestion and go with it, or.
Will we vote on that, Tommy, or we just, no vote? Okay, Ms. Calvin, thank you. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Because it is public,
It's public record,
Yeah.
but without them having access to it,
right, I got you.
then it's not exactly public, so that will make it to where everyone has access.
And anybody here, let me tell you, anybody here, anybody, right there, anybody at home, my phone number, all you gotta do is call me, anything that you want that I can give access to, it doesn't take me but a second to text you whatever you need, and I'll text it to you. I already texted a few copies of this to the council members today. So it doesn't hurt me a bit in the world to take a couple minutes. You're not gonna bother me, it's not gonna be, you're not taking time away from me, okay? Because this is what our service is, it's to service the people, okay? And that's what we plan to do. We plan to service the people. Okay, so is that it? Budget looks pretty good. There's a couple things that I'm not gonna discuss now that we'll go over in the future. I'm gonna talk to the CPA first. It may be nothing, but look, Duke works with a lot of numbers. Nick knows this. When we do a $10 million job, there's a lot more numbers than this on that job. So numbers aren't really confusing once you look at them and you get them in line and in order and understand what goes where. It makes it a lot easier. Lines and columns, that's what you work with on this thing, lines and columns. So if we have any questions, okay, as far as the council, please don't have a problem with even calling me during the week, and we'll work through it to get this thing what we understand it, so we can be better at knowing what's going on, okay? And do I trust the CPA? Yeah, I trust the CPA. Do I trust Ms. Brenda? By all means. Do I trust the system that we had before with Mr. Tommy Bradshaw? Yes, I do, okay? But that still doesn't mean that there might not be something on there that we can catch, okay? So that's why we always are looking and paying attention and understanding. Understanding is the main thing, okay?
I have one question. Mayor, what is on the monthly report? SOVA.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what that is on the monthly report? What is it?
Survivor victim
Okay. The victims advocate?
Miss Brenda,
Ms. Brendan.
Okay.
give her the,
Let me explain that really quick. What's on the monthly report is just a snapshot view of monies that we have in the bank as of the previous month. This is for December 31, and where I have court assessments, and SOLA is the Victims Assistance Program.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. I wasn't familiar with what SOVA.
Right, we have, that comes from, the court assessments, and the SOLA comes from the traffic tickets that are written. And by state law, we have to pay those. When we charge someone with an offense and the fine amount, we as the town do not keep all of those monies. The greatest percent goes to the state, and that's court assessments. And then we have to keep out a certain percentage for victims assistance. And Darlington County is handling our victims assistance program for us since we're so small. So each month, we have a computer system, and it figures out the court assessments amount and the victims assistance amount. And each month, the check is sent to the state for the court assessments, and the check is sent to Darlington County, since they handle it for us, for the victims assistance. That's what that is.
that clear for you, man?
Yeah.
Everybody understand that? Good job, Miss Brenda, thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate it.
Okay, no further questions? Can I get a motion? You don't have to get a motion for the, okay, all right. No motion for the, I'm getting to y'all, don't worry. Next meeting, I'm gonna be a whiz at it. Yeah, go ahead and laugh. I'm gonna be saying next meeting, what happened the first meeting? Okay, so, our department comments? Ms. Renee?
The only thing I have is the police car that we're still trying to get. I actually sent them an email today, and I have not heard back on it yet. The last response that we got was, mid-October. They were supposed to, build it and ship it by the end of November. You see what I still drive. That's all I got.
And we do see you.
That's good.
Okay, so I just would like to address you, Ms. Renee. I know that the position that you're in right now, being out there by yourself out there, and I know I seen that there's a state trooper. You know, you was talking to that state trooper today, so I know that, you know, you have people that, and what I want the town of Society Hill, the people of Society Hill to know, and the council to know is that we are gonna put somebody in position to help Ms. Renee. Okay, we are gonna get somebody in there to help her, because number one, it should be the safety of the people and the safety of our police officer. Okay, if she's out there by herself, and that's not very safe. Okay, so I know that you have people, but I just beg of you, please, if you need some help, just get you some help. You know what I mean? Make the calls to say I need somebody. Okay, because that's the last thing that I want anybody to say is, well, you didn't get a police chief fast enough. Okay, because I want you to your safety, because you are the one that make us safe. Okay, so I just want to let you know that I'm there with you. Okay, and you know that you can call me if you need anything. And Crazy Duke will come over there, I promise you that. Ain't no doubt about that. He's coming. Everybody here knows that. My neighbor called me yesterday across the street, the other night said she had a horse loose in her yard. I went over there. I didn't even see no hoof prints, but she pulled it up on her camera, and there was two horses running across her yard, Melanie and Robert. And I was like, there's no hoof prints. So that could have been one of those Society Hill horses. Y'all know what I mean? Anybody knows what I mean? Could have been. So I know it's funny, Mr. Junior. I don't know where they came from. I don't know where that horse came from. But it was on camera. So you got me now? Yeah. So Miss Renee, if you need help, just reach out. Okay, baby. Thank you. Okay. Now about the department, the committees and the departments. The way I would like to see things happen from now on is we have a lot more committees and a lot more departments than just a lot more committees. I'm sorry, not more departments than just the police department. We have the Catfish. We have the Long Bluff. Help me out, Scott.
Society Hill.
Ma'am.
Taste of Society Hill.
Taste of Society Hill.
Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce. Okay, so this is all, ma'am. The library, yes. Okay, so my point is, if we stay proactive every month with a small report, whether the taste is 8 or 9, 10 months away, you know, just proactive on, well, I'm getting things ready and I'm getting this ready, I'm doing this, okay? That way it's in the minds of the people, our community, and it's in the minds of our leaders, the people that's running those committees. So we stay proactive on getting the Catfish Festival, the parade, the Darlington County. I mean, what's going on with the Darlington County Chamber of Commerce, Chuck? Oh, that's Melissa. Good Lord.
It was me, but now it's.
They fired you? What happened,
I
Chuck?
have no commerce. I'm a school teacher,
Oh.
so I gave it to
3
somebody
years
else.
though, it's been me.
Okay. Well, you're right. Okay. Yeah. So what is do we have a report on the chamber? What's going on? Is there a party coming up or is something happening?
Christmas party was the party. Let's see, with the Chamber of Commerce, they were instrumental in supporting getting the Christmas tree. They gave us the donations for they supported the Long Bluff Historical Society getting decorations for the tree. And one of the board members actually on the chamber, also who through Care South, is what donated the money for us to get the tree, the entire tree. So chamber is very supportive of Society Hill and real excited about what we've got going on. They're looking forward to everything that we're doing. They've got a lot going on new in Darlington County. So that's one of the things that we need to do as a council and me as a representative is to get our plan together on how we want the chamber to support us.
Okay,
And they are fully available. We're trying to get the membership up and different things such as that. But yeah, so that's one of the things we need to talk about.
okay, so you see, this is the reason why when we're proactive and when we bring up this stuff and when we talk about it, we get things are in our mind now, okay? Now we can make things happen a little bit better because there's other people that heard it just besides you or just besides me, you know what I mean? So there's other people. Listen, we all have a part in this town. Everybody has a part in this town. And if we're gonna be part of this town, then we need to be part of the town and help us out. You know, that's all. We're the leaders, but as the leadership goes, so go the people. And we want y'all to be with us, okay? And we want y'all to help us. So what other committee? The Catfish Committee, how we looking on that?
I have one request, everyone. The gentleman that has in the past done our kids zone, brought back bouncy houses has contacted me and he didn't come this past year because of health issues and told me that he would not be able to participate in the future. So I do need to find someone and I would love to have just a small carnival. You know, carousel and something for the little kids, you know. So if you know anywhere besides Amusements of America that we cannot afford, let me know. Because that's something that's always been an issue is finding the right people to do it.
Carolyn, we probably can help with that with the chamber because who we use for the Freedom Fest. I want to say it's Palmetto Amusements, but don't hold me to that, but I can get that information for you.
We have somebody, but I don't know who we use.
Y'all use somebody too, where at school?
Yeah. But
I know
I can-
someone that, but you have to, they rent them out. They rent the
Yeah. that's
The
what-
bouncy house,
bouncy
yeah.
house
That's
and
what I'm
all
talking
that.
about.
I know someone, I work with someone that, in Hartsville, and her husband does that, but
Okay, well, the thing
That
I'm
might be the
concerned
lead.
about with hiring or renting is that means we have to supply somebody to stand there and be in charge.
no, they bring it.
They bring
Well,
their
the
people,
person that I know, he
Okay.
brings someone with him.
because
and
we
they
have
want-
trouble getting people to volunteer.
Yeah, no, the one I'm talking about that the chamber uses from Darlington County, that for all the events, they supply their own people, all the rides, they take the tickets, they do whatever,
Okay.
they come self-contained.
So can we leave that out?
That'll be better than that.
Let's all get our names
Okay, right. Yep, everybody get the names of whoever you,
to Carolyn.
yeah, and then we'll,
Just send me a text, everybody's got the number.
okay, and can I say one thing about those bouncy houses? We need to make sure that whoever has that bouncy house, make sure that they're credible with insurance. Because
They
that
have to
is,
supply us a copy.
okay. Yeah, that's one of the main issues with anything like that. If they don't come with insurance, then we're liable for anything that happens. Especially if that bouncy house catches the wind and it decides it wants to knock over 15 cars or something, you know, then that would make us liable. So, just make sure they're credible. I mean, anybody can buy a bouncy house, you know. Anybody can buy one, but credible people is what we're looking
This
for.
guy travels, that's his
Job.
That's his job, and he's got the insurance, it's just that he's just having trouble right now, and he doesn't want us to count on him because of health issues.
So you see,
Not like that Palmetto, not like that, but who I know is expensive, I know a lot of them are expensive.
I know you do.
so, this is the reason why we need to discuss the Catfish Festival and everything that's going on before the Catfish Festival. So we can have a plan, we can come together. If something falls through, we have enough time to get something back with us, back on us.
We
Okay.
meet once a month before the council meeting, and
Okay.
we're gonna start back for the following in February. We didn't do it tonight because
Okay.
of this.
So next month, it'll be the first
Yeah.
month, okay. And just
And
bring
five-
us up to snuff, that's what I'm asking, I want the committee.
5:30, we meet here, 5:30 before the council meeting.
Okay, and then you'll bring everybody that's here up to snuff on what
Yeah.
okay, perfect, alright. Just trying to get things rolling, y'all, you know, I mean, if we don't make it happen now, it's gonna be harder to make it happen then, okay? So, that's all I have on that. Anybody have anything else? The Long Bluff, what you got going on with the Long Bluff? Yeah, speak up, baby.
Yes, we're getting ready to launch onto the Taste, which we've got for April 23rd is the date. So
Well, that's right around the corner.
Exactly.
We should have been talking about that like September.
did.
My birthday, we should have been discussing that.
We've been talking. So, what we're gonna be doing, it'll be back at, what is my house, Adam Marshall House, so we'll have it back there, it'll be the same time, 7 to 9, April 23rd. And right now, what we are in the process of doing is putting it out to the public, making sure they know about the grant application. We've upped the grant application to $1,000 for any preservation efforts on any home in the 29593 zip code. So we wanna make sure everyone knows and applies for these monies. They're sitting there. That's why we're all out here working our fannies off for Long Bluff, is so that this money can be given out to someone who owns a property that needs the support. So you have to apply for it, but once we get the applications, the end of March, what we'll be doing is we'll be sending out those applications like we have in the past to their impartial, unknown people. We don't know them personally. They're all out in the United States and they're involved in various aspects of historic preservation. So they actually vote on the applications that come in. So when you do the applications, if you know neighbors or friends that will do the application, make sure they complete them fully. Put pictures, tell us about the home, tell us about what your efforts are, why you're doing it, the historical aspects that are important to the community. And that helps those applications really shine when they go to these judges. And then we'll award $1,000 this year at the Taste instead of what's been $500.
Not just homes.
Well, it
Correct.
rolls
It's not
over.
just homes, you're right, Scott. It can be any historic property. So, projects, yes. So like the town could apply for the 1822 library. It could be, oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank, but any of the historic properties in town. What?
Longbluff.com.
Go ahead.
The application is available online at longbluff.com.
And it is all online,
It
so
is
you can
all
fill it out, all out in the Google form. So those of you who have applied already, don't hesitate to do it again.
Yeah, you
Right.
can apply every year. If you don't get it one year, that doesn't mean anything. Apply the next year. Keep trying. Eventually you'll get it.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter, as long as it's historic, it doesn't matter who owns it.
That's right.
The mayor has an historic house, he can,
That's right.
right.
Well, that's why we have judges.
Elementary school.
Oh,
That's why we have judges that are,
Any,
Right.
yeah,
They don't know
Right.
any structure within the
Okay.
29593 zip code, that's probably
Okay.
the better way of saying it,
Okay.
that has historic significance,
Yeah.
apply if there's something that needs to be done. Now, it must be done to the structure, by the way.
Okay.
So if you have, say, a building and you wanna add a driveway up to it, no, that doesn't count. The driveway is not part of the structure. It must be used to preserve the actual structure. So if you need a roof on the structure, if you've got woodwork that needs repair, a porch on the structure, it has to be a part of the actual structure,
Okay.
okay?
you got a question, man? You got a question?
I was gonna address that, I was thinking about, Sam's Grocery.
Yeah.
It's a part of Society Hill and has been a part of Society Hill for years and years and years. And Naomi is the business owner. I offered it to her the last time that you
Would
did.
she be
She'd be an
eligible?
ideal
Okay, well, yeah.
candidate. Absolutely, yeah.
I think the Union Baptist Church is a part,
Union
and
Baptist Church
Presbyterian, yeah, those
Would be
two.
ideal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both those churches. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We have so many properties in this community that would be ideal, but we're not getting the applications. They're not asking for the money. So we want you to ask for the money. Let us know you need it.
Can we maybe do this? I know it's a little bit of work, but can we send out maybe just a card or a postcard or something to the historical properties requesting that they go online and make this happen? Melissa, I mean,
Chuck is we're posting it. It's been posted on Nextdoor. We're posting on the Long Bluff Historical Society site. We've posted it on, it's been all over Facebook. And it's constant, it's been posted over and over and over.
Do you have a list of the properties? Do you have a
No,
list?
that's
Does
the
anybody
thing.
have a list?
No.
No, okay.
It's whatever's needed. It's,
Okay.
Right.
In other words, you don't wanna confine it to just a list.
Just particularly.
Well, no. What I was saying is to reach out to those people. You know, reach out to the people that have properties that they might not even know of. Me and Joanne, we've never put our property on there because, I don't know, we just,
I've never done mine either, but, you know.
no, we,
But, I mean, we've got about 1,200 people right now that are following our website. So those 1,200 are seeing it every time we post it.
okay, how many of those are filling out the application a year?
What did we get last year, Chuck?
Well, last year, the person who won was the only one that
Was the
applied.
only applicant.
Really? Well, then we gotta make that happen.
Who won that?
We gotta make that, we'll make that
One,
happen.
Rodney Michael won for the Coke Rogers store.
So this, it didn't roll over. The
We
money
give it
that-
every year, we give
Okay,
it.
so y'all did give it away last year during the pandemic.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
give it at the taste,
Okay.
that's one of the last things we do that.
I thought it rolled over.
No, man.
Okay,
And on
so-
the taste, we're gonna need vendors, we need more vendors, to start reaching out to us about being vendors. Go ahead, Francis, it's time to pray.
I'm loving that because it comes at good time.
Yeah. So, other than that, that's it for Long Bluff.
Okay.
Moving on.
All right, let's listen up. Y'all know people out there that's got properties, reach out to them, okay? If you know people that's got properties, got Miss Sims, I'm gonna even go by there and talk to Miss Sims. Because look, guys, if you don't put in for it, you're not gonna get it, okay? And I want to see, I'm not saying nothing against bad about Michael's or nothing, but I would like to see Miss Sims get it, or I would like to see somebody that you could really use a nice something on their property, okay?
And I think we need a historical marker too to go by Sam's Grocery too, if we can. I know you
Well,
have to see.
That's
Yeah,
a
You have to,
That's a whole nother
Yeah.
thing.
you have to.
You have to apply for those.
I'm just saying, it would
Takes
be
years.
nice to have a marker.
Right, I hear you.
Okay.
Okay, what other committees we have? Yes, ma'am.
I just wanna say something about this. Y'all, yes, I am being a jerk a little bit, but the best way to find out what's going on with these committees, come to the meetings, please.
That's it.
Please, come to the meetings. I am going to say as the chairman, I sat at that table on the nights that we were supposed to have Catfish Festival meetings, and it's been me, and nobody showed up. So we need people there to give us ideas and help us.
Okay, so then that brings us to another issue with the way things are going. We need to get a board, Scott. We need to get something where people know what's going on. Reach out. We're gonna have to sit down and figure out I know, but it's got to be done, Melissa. It's got to be done where people will reach out. Our community.
SocietyHillSC.com. SocietyHillSC.com.
Nextdoor.com.
Nextdoor.com.
Nextdoor.com. Is that?
Yep, that's
Okay.
another one.
And we also post the community events in the Long Bluff newsletter.
Okay, and you got your 1,200 followers. Okay. It's because we got to reach these people or they're not going to know. Okay? All right, let's move on. All right, we got the committees, all our committees pretty much taken care of, right? Okay, the next order of business here is the American Rescue Plan, which is that $189,000 something that we are going to receive. Society Hill is going to receive. We already received $92,925 of it. Me and Miss Brenda's going to go down and we're going to open up an account for that money. We have until December the 31st for that money to be spent. December the 31st, 2026. Okay. Now look, there's a ton of stuff that we can use that money for. Okay, a ton of stuff. And what we have to do is we have to. If you've been campaigning through this time, Melissa, I mean, Denise, God bless you. You know, I mean, you know everybody. You know, it was easy for you. Me and Melissa, we had to throw off some rocks. We had to kick over some rocks. You know, make some things happen. And I talked to a lot of people, and I went down a lot of roads. And I was down roads today, talking to people and looking at stuff. And our town really, we really need a facelift, y'all, on our streets and on our ditches. And I've been talking to South Carolina DOT. I met with the residents maintenance guy this morning and talked to him for about 2.5 hours. Okay, I'm gonna meet with the prison guys. Okay, and I know y'all say, well, we've been having those guys, we've been doing this. Yeah, and we have been, y'all. Okay, and we have been, but I'm gonna put it to them in a little different manner. Okay, that's how I'm gonna handle it, and I can handle myself with those people because I am one of those people. Okay, I am one of those construction guys, Nick. You know, I've been in those ditches. I know what is involved with construction. And he went down Hall Street today when he left my house. He went down Hall Street and he looked at Hall Street, how bad that is down there. Okay, there's some serious issues down Hall Street that we're not going to get into tonight, but there's some serious issues. Anybody that knows anything about water knows that there's some water running underneath that road. Is the reason why that creek is the reason why that road's caving in. Okay, I don't care how much clay's around here. I don't care. You can say anything you want. There's water running underneath that road to make that road collapse. Miss Dale, you agree with me, Miss Harold?
I do.
Okay, so what we need is we need to get on the list. And I'm gonna tell everybody in here and everybody out there, if you see anything with our roads that you have a problem with, you call the South Carolina Maintenance Department and they will take your name, your number, what the problem is, where it's at, and they will put it on the list for us to get some attention. We're never gonna, look y'all, we up here in Darlington County, we up here. Okay, there's Marlboro, there's Chesterfield, everybody knows where we're at. Everybody else is down here, Hartsfield, Darlington, Columbia, they having their party down here. We're up here and nobody even knows that we're here. Okay, so it's time that Society Hill starts speaking out and letting everybody know that the South Carolina Department, our representatives, our senators, let everybody know that we're here, man. We're a historical town and we want some attention. We need some attention. Okay, and we're gonna get what we asked for, y'all. If we never ask for it, we're never gonna get it. Okay. If we don't reach out, if we don't get to those people, and if we don't let those people know that, look, we're here, okay? And we want this, we're not gonna get it. So I encourage everybody. You see something on the roads, don't call the mayor. I'm sorry, call the mayor, you can call me. But also know that your voice means a lot to South Carolina. They want different names, they want different phone numbers, they want different places that things are happening, okay? And I can't see everything. I can't really do nothing with a road except call, okay? Same thing like you can. Same thing like you can, Miss Judy. You can call those people, okay? And I know you will. There's no doubt about that, okay?
And when you call, mention that intersection up there, because it needs some help.
The intersection they just put in. Well, this is, okay, just for 1 second.
I'm just kidding, we can go.
I know, but listen, let's just talk about that for 1 second. Engineers done that. See you later, brother. Engineers drew that up, okay? Engineers with degrees drew that up. They made that happen. They put that in there. They put the millions of dollars that they made. Guess what? They're not going to be wrong. Guess what? The mayor of Society Hill, Mr. Bradshaw, am I right? The mayor of Society Hill is not going to make those people be wrong, okay? They're engineers, all right? They did what they're going to do, okay? You know when those people are going to be wrong? When somebody gets in an accident up there, when there's 15 accidents, or when somebody gets killed up there, then they're going to say something needs to be done. Until then, they're right, okay? So we can't bang our head up against the wall thinking that we're going to change that intersection up there, okay?
Right.
We can make some suggestions, and I beg you to call in and make your suggestions, okay? All right? So let's move on with this American Rescue Plan. Let's just look at it for a minute. We're not going to get deep into it. There's a lot of things that we can do with it. 92,925 that we have right now, okay, to funds that can be used. Replace lost public sector revenue. You know, this money can even, this money that we got right here, it can go to businesses that lost out because of COVID, okay? This isn't just one item bill right here, y'all. This goes, and this is public. Sorry, this is public too. All this right here, everybody can read this right here. This isn't for Duke. This isn't for the council. This is for public eyes to see. Because you know what? It's your money just as well. It's your town just as well. Okay, so it's for all of us. All right, and it's for. We're going to make a decision on how we're going to spend it as it goes. It needs to be by the paper says that we need do it by ordinance, we need to have a budget ordinance in here. So when we allocate where them or decide where the money's gonna go, pick out the spots that need the help and help these, whether it's the infrastructure, whether it's the broadband. Anybody would like to have broadband around here?
Yes, Lord.
Would anybody like to have broadband around here? Would anybody, okay? This bill right here tells us that we can do that. You know, this is part of the money right here. Part of the infrastructure is drinking water, storm water, okay? We got stormwater problems in this town. Down Hall Street, down Church Street, right down around Miss Pat's house, okay? That water went in, when you go down across from Miss Sims, you know where I'm talking about, Miss Pat's house? Okay, well, that's my buddy there. She's my buddy. I'll tell you what, I love that woman. But that water goes down there and goes right around her house. And there's an old tree that's dead, a big old tree that's dead right there. And I believe, Duke believes it might have been because of that water that tree died. All right? And now it's right there by her house. You know, that poor old lady, that tree could easily fall in on her house. There's some trees. I went down to your house and looked at down back there where you was the other day. That property back there just so happens to be for KR South, Miss Francis. And you don't, Duke is gonna talk to those people. I promise you that. Duke is gonna have some talks with those people. Our town has grown up. Okay, it's grown up. We just need to get together and make it happen. I got a little plan here, just a small plan. Listen, we're gonna get into very little of what I want to do for this town tonight. I see you looking at the clock, Joe.
Do we need a vote on is this a second reading or what is this?
This Federal Reserve? No, I just want to bring it up that we have this money and we're gonna go through this town. We're gonna look through this town and we're gonna decide what we think this town needs the most of. Okay, what's gonna better our town with this money? Okay, broadband. If you can't raise your hand for broadband, good Lord, come on, y'all. Somebody got to help me on the broadband. I mean, you know, and I mean, I don't know how much it's gonna cost. I haven't even checked into that. All I did was I got a map on who I need to talk to, sir.
Legally, do we need the council to make the motion on this though? Okay, so sorry, that's all I need.
Yeah, we're not making a decision on what we're gonna do with the money. Okay, so I got a plan here for y'all. And this is our plan. It's gonna be one street at a time. You got me? One street at a time. Okay? And what I mean by one street at a time is that's gonna be what Society Hill is gonna come together. There's a Keep America Beautiful. We're gonna get back into that. Okay, that's gonna be revved up pretty heavy in our community. Duke is gonna push that heavy in our community. Okay, and that's when they bring the dumpster and you get the little bags and you go out there and you have that time and you just clean your town up. Okay, so this is what's gonna happen with the one street at a time. I'm gonna notify the people on that street on that Saturday that we're gonna go on that Saturday and clean that area up so the people can get involved. Okay, we need our people to get involved. You know, when I talk to those people, Mr. Howard, when I go up and I'm not going to do it, and I talk to them and I tell them that I'm gonna need some help cleaning. You know what they told me? Well, Duke, you just let me know when you over here, and we'll gladly come out there and help you. You know, so people want to make it happen. Okay, but we just need to be proactive and make it happen. So one Saturday, yes, ma'am.
Duke, why are we planning right now on coinciding our cleanup with when Darlington County goes there, Darlington goes there, it's got signs all over the place, why don't we do it together?
Yes, we're gonna. That's right. But
Find out the date.
okay, I know, baby. That's part of the Keep America Beautiful thing. Okay, that's part of the Keep America Beautiful. Okay, so that's just one little nugget that we're gonna help to get our town clean. Okay, because we gotta all pull together, y'all. We don't have a public works. You know, we don't have a backhoe, we don't have a tractor, we don't have nothing to do anything with. You know, we got to get out there together as a team and make it happen. Okay, so that's one of the little projects that we're gonna get on, and we'll be hearing about that more, okay? So if you figure it up, I got 40, right now I got 40, I'm gonna have 48 Saturdays, y'all, as a mayor, okay? Right? Well, not 48 Saturdays, but 48 Saturdays that we're gonna be working in this town to clean it up, okay? And Duke is gonna be very much a part of that. Hands down, hands on, making it happen, okay? Because I wanna see it happen. I wanna see it happen for us and for the people, okay? So, that looks pretty good right there. All right, anything else? Anybody got anything? Any questions? Any comments? When something's in my heart, baby, I just go with it, okay? That's just the way it goes. Yes, sir.
If I had $50,000 to do anything I wanted to do in Society Hill, I could go to my council member and say, this is what's important to me. And that council member can bring that back to the next meeting, and we can put that on the list of things that we can do with that money, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this isn't a Duke idea or Melissa or even a council idea. Yeah, we definitely want to hear from the people. That's right, Scott. Yeah.
So I think that everybody should be encouraged to contact one of these people before the next meeting and say, if I had $50,000 to spend on my road, or if I had $50,000 to spend in my neighborhood, if I had $50,000 to spend in my town, what would I say is important for that, for me?
What's important to me?
Right. What is important? I mean, if this is all of our money, which it is, I think that gives everybody the option to
Have an idea.
Doesn't mean that everybody's idea is gonna be right. Doesn't mean
That's
that we got everybody's
But
$50,000, but that gives us a bunch of ideas to put down on paper.
That's right. So we're not gonna put in no overpass or nothing. So y'all, and it sounded good, it felt good, but no, it ain't gonna happen, y'all. Yeah, the broadband's a good idea. I'm gonna tell you that right now because we need it. Okay, and cleaning up our town, we definitely need that to happen for sure.
You got Rosemont here. They have 0 signal at their school.
0 what?
0 phone signal.
Oh,
On Church Street, there is a whole section of 0 service.
I mean, come on, y'all. We're
None.
2022.
None.
Come on, you know.
But that's the kind of thing we need to know about.
Right. That's the kind of things we don't know about.
And if everybody contributed, not this people in this building, not people in this area, but everybody contributed, we'd get an overwhelming amount of responses, but we would also learn a lot from that as well.
I can get that started. Get that ball rolling.
All right, you get it rolling, Chuck. All right.
Awesome.
Okay. All right, so that's good on the American Rescue Plan. We're going to be hearing about that, I imagine, some more. Pretty much, probably every meeting we're going to be having discussions until we come up with a plan on what we're going to do and how we're going to execute it, okay? All right, anything else? Any questions? That's it. All right. How about the next thing on the agenda? Looks like it's going to be the monthly library gift card drawing.
Alright. These are gonna continue on until at least August.
You notice there's not very many this month. That's because there was a snafu at the library. They thought it was over, and so they didn't put the thing out until a week ago. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna have our 2 new council members choose tonight. This is gonna be for the Walmart. That is going to be Faye Owl. Barnes and Noble. And that is going to be Nancy Webster.
Yeah, woo, Nancy!
Anyone know her? No, okay, I'll have to do some research.
It's on their library card.
Yep, that's, yep. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Good job. Support the library, y'all. We need to support the library, okay? We really need to support that library. This is a new year. I mean, we don't want nothing to happen to our library. Let's get out there. Let's make it happen. Go use the computers. Get you some books, some movies. They have movies. They have all kind of stuff going on. So
Monday night programs for adults. Right now, youth is on hold for a while because our youth, we're still trying to find a youth services librarian. We have not had enough applications. that qualify for that position. So the youth services have been put on hold, but adult services every Monday night at 5:30. The next one coming up is gonna be at Miss Melissa's house on the 24th. And we're gonna have a tour of her home as our program that night. The last Monday of the month is the 31st. And we're gonna have a BYOC, bring your own craft. And just come and enjoy and congregate. We have so much fun on Monday nights.
Thank you. Okay, next thing is gonna be comments from the members of council. What, baby? Go ahead, I guess you can be first. You wanna be first? Okay, go ahead.
One of the things I wanted to bring up, I've noticed throughout the town, we've got a person who is driving around town, and I need to mention this also to Chief Warden. But we've got a person that's driving around town driving a silver, I believe it's a Chevrolet truck, and they are soliciting work from people's homes, going up and asking, can we paint, can we do this, can we do that? I need to encourage each and every one of you to say no. He is a con, it is a shyster, for better terminology. The man's name is actually Pat Sherlock. So if this person approaches you and asks to do work on your home for your own sakes, I would strongly recommend you say no. You do not want this person about your properties.
What does he look like?
He is an older gentleman, Caucasian, probably 60s, has South Carolina tags. I've got a picture of the truck and the tag number, which I'll give to Chief Warden. But it's my understanding that he's out of the Augusta area, and he is something of a, what they call a traveler. And for any of you all that are familiar with the North Augusta area and travelers, I think we all call them gypsies. But they do tend to travel around the country and solicit construction work and different things from especially small rural communities, because they know we're kind of defenseless and need the help. So they come up and they offer to do these types of things, but he is not on the up and up. So I wanted to encourage everyone to avoid him if at all possible.
What kind of truck?
It's a silver, I believe it's, where's Tracy? There you are. What is it? It's a darker, or like a tannish color.
White?
White, tan.
Silver or white?
Yeah. And then there's,
Chevy?
I believe it's a Chevrolet, right, Tracy? Chevrolet? Was it a Chevrolet? Right tail light is out. It's got a taped tail light. Yeah.
There's your hook.
Are you getting that, Chief? All right. The other thing that I wanted to suggest moving forward is that on our agenda, if this is something we can do, I think that it would be in our community's best interest on some of our categories on our agenda. As we move through them as a council, folks have comments. I know they sign up here for 2 minutes at the end, but they don't see this agenda until they walk in and sit down. So as we go through some of these agenda topics, I think it might be nice if we give the opportunity for folks to raise their hand and ask a question. And maybe we set a 30-second or a 1-minute limit so that we don't get bogged down in the weeds and we don't run off the rails. But to give the community opportunity to address each subject as we move through them. If we get to the financial report, you have a question, you can raise your hand, we address it. If we get to, like we were just talking about the American Rescue Plan, we can get some discussion so that it gives us more information as we vote and make motions. At the end of the discussion, we have more information.
Yeah, and that's good. You know, I am an educator, so I am used to people raising their hand and me getting questions from them. But there's also order too. So it's not gonna be 35 people in the next hour, everybody wanting to say their piece. You know what I
If
mean?
there's some way that we can regulate that,
We
then
can
give the
regulate it, don't
opportunity for
worry.
everyone
Right
to
here.
have something to say. The gavel.
Just remember that maybe Dwayne Duke's out there.
Yeah, whoa, Lord.
Yeah,
Come on,
then there's that.
Okay, what else you got?
And the first committee that I'd like to see us stand up is the Decorating and Beautification Committee.
Okay,
And with, any one of us as leading up that committee so that we can get started on some ideas.
okay, so we're gonna think about that, and next meeting, we're gonna vote a committee chairman in, and that committee chairman for the beautification will go around and we will get volunteers to help that person to make it happen, and then y'all are gonna come to us just like you do, and we're gonna execute whatever we
I
can to
think
help you.
each one of us as council persons should have a committee. I think that it
Right.
would keep us active and involved, and each one of us should head up a committee of some sort.
Sounds like she also volunteered for that one.
Yeah, no.
Joanne, what you got, baby?
I was just gonna say, maybe Scott could put something online for the people to nominate leadership.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay, I got you. You can do that, Scott?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's it for me.
You wanna include that with the community needs survey?
Yep.
okay. All right, is that it? Good job. Okay, Miss Harold, what you got, sister?
I don't have anything.
I've got several. First off, I want to start. I don't know if you guys know, but Long Bluff and the chamber got the Christmas tree, and I thought it was gorgeous. It was cool. But the beauty of the community coming together, and I talked about this last time, but most of the decorations on that tree were from Miss. What's her
Billy
name?
Nolan?
Yeah, Billy Nolan. She brought box after box, and that was the coolest thing to see because it was truly
Bless her.
community. She didn't have the time to come and do, but and those of you who did come in, it was fantastic, and I appreciate y'all taking down the tree. It was beautiful. So
Well, that was the win.
the wind didn't put the
God
flowers in
kind
that
of took
bag.
that tree down.
That was, the Lord did that.
Have we contacted Dorothy County to get the lights off?
Yes, we have.
Okay. Thirdly, our park needs a new American flag.
Okay.
It's tattered and torn, looks bad. As far as personal contacts go, I'm hoping that we can get all of our email addresses. Some of you are phone people, some of you are email people, but I try to put the town council's email contact out there specifically because it's not invasive, but you can email them with concerns, with ideas. We'll be putting out some of these surveys, and if y'all know about them, share them with people that you come across and say, hey, our town's looking for your input. We want to know the things that you see. I didn't know anything about the cell phone reception, so having different points of view makes a huge difference in what I know. And I love it when people pull up in my driveway and say, hey, did you know so-and-so? And I'm like, no, but hey, let's see if we can make that work. That's cool to me. So I have tried my best in the last couple of years to put our contact information out there. If you're not a Facebook fan, nextdoor.com makes it real simple. If you go on there, you put in your zip code, it'll direct you to our stuff. Right now, Scott and Melissa are about the only ones contributing to it, but anybody's welcome to. It's like a community bulletin board. I know there are Facebook groups for Society Hill, so there's a lot of different, and Scott's got the webpage. There are a lot of different ways that we can communicate it, but my favorite is what we're doing right now, face to face, because I enjoyed that Saturday where we all got together and did Christmas. That was more fun. And the Christmas caroling, that was fantastic. And that to me was true community. I love seeing that. So I appreciate each of you that took part in that. But I will try to get updated contact information for our new ladies. I'm sure most of y'all probably have their numbers and stuff. But we want to stay in touch with everybody so that, and it's okay. I tell kids at school, find somebody that you can relate to. You may not feel like talking to me because you don't know me or he's an old bald guy, but somebody on this thing you can talk to and at least get your voice heard.
Good job, Chuck. Yes, ma'am.
For the flag, you can contact Representative Hennigan's office. They will send you one of the official flags that's been flown in some state house.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Pat Hennigan.
I hate to rain on anyone's parade, but, when we come together to the town council meeting, we're supposed to be conducting business with us. And you can't have people coming in with comments. That's why it's down to the bottom, that citizen comments. They can't come in the meeting. They can't be considered a part of the agenda. They can't, that's for through the state. Yeah, if you don't believe it, you can just sit in
Right.
somebody's council meeting. Yeah, so, it's a good idea to have people do comments, but they're supposed to sign when they come in, or they can
Right.
come in. They wanna be on the program, just let, Brenda know 2 weeks or whatever ahead, and they can be on here and talk.
Yeah, you're right, Miss Douglas, that's right.
Yeah, and another thing too, I know you say you can ride around over Society Hill today, but did you go down on the corner of Church Street and St. Davis where all that water is coming back
Yes, ma'am, I
out?
did.
Okay.
And I made a call down there to find out
Okay,
because
good.
there's a leak there. And the guy told me that he's aware of the leak, and I said, and I also called him last week, Juliet. I called him last week, and I called him this week about that fire hydrant. that fire hydrant, they took the fire hydrant down, and that is a
Yeah,
public
that hole.
safety.
And
And I
that
told them
hole.
that it's 2 miles to the next fire hydrant that they took that's laying on the side of the road in the ditch. And I called Mr. Frank. I already made my 3rd phone call to him. 2 about that fire hydrant and 1 about that leak down there. I did call him. He said he knows there's a leak. When you drive by there, you'll see that blue flag. That's how they indicated that there was a leak there. I indicate there's a leak there because there's 500,000 gallons of water leaking all over the road. That's how I indicated a leak. So
That we paying for.
Run out of water, we might have no water again.
well, this is the thing, y'all. We all of us, we gotta have a little grace, okay? Because everybody, I'm sorry to say this, and I hate to say this, but everybody is short-staffed. Number 1 because of COVID, and number 1 because nobody wants to work. Okay, when I called about the road, and Mr. The resident for South Carolina DOT went down there today. He told me that 5 of his guys were out. He got 15 guys, 5 of them's out. They're supposed to be snow on Saturday, okay? So he's trying to just get people to be able to get the roads cleared where in case there's an emergency, one of us gets in an emergency, we can get out and get to the hospital or something, okay? And that's where he's at. That poor guy. And here he was sitting in my living room today talking about a spot that needs to be blacktop on Hall Street. You know, and here he is, got a lot more things on his plate, okay? And I'm not giving no excuses by no means. But on the other hand, they all short, everybody is short-handed, you know, and I see myself like Mr. Bradshaw down there with my backhoe digging up the pipe. You know what I mean, Bimbo? I'll be down there digging up the pipe, right?
Now you see for yourself,
Yeah.
it's hard, it's not that nobody's not doing anything or not
Wanting to.
paying attention, it's just that you can't get the work done because they won't send the people out.
They got nobody to do it. That's right. And so that is definitely an issue.
Senator Malone over our area too, that's another person that you could contact, or that could contact the DOT also.
Right. To make things happen.
In his area.
Yes, ma'am. What else you got, man?
Oh, that's it.
That's it? Okay, do we have any citizens comments?
No.
Nobody signed up? Yeah. Come on, man. You got a comment?
I mean, she had just said something about signing up and not having an opinion until the end, and sometimes what you're saying is what triggers a person to have an opinion.
Right, I know. I got
So
you.
you won't know to sign up as you're walking in the door until something occurs live while we're sitting here.
You're right, Tracy, but that's another reason why we want to get the agenda where the agenda can be posted and online so everybody knows what we're gonna be talking about, you know?
But that may not be, like, that may not trigger a comment until I hear you talking about it, and then as I hear you talking, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, you know?
Right, I got you.
I don't wanna be told I can't talk because I didn't sign a piece of paper when I walked in the door.
I know, well, this is,
Sign a piece of paper when you come in the door and then choose not to have.
that's right, that's right, that's right. That's right, exactly. I mean, listen.
You can have 15 people sign.
That's
up
right.
to speak.
And nobody speak. Yeah, I mean, we could call them, if everybody signed the paper to speak right now, right? And then call their name up. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. Everybody could be good except for one person might want to speak, okay? But I understand what you're saying, and I also understand what Ms. Douglas is saying because I have read what she's saying. You know, how this meeting is for us to do, and if you do have a comment, yeah, you need to have, right, exactly. You need to be on the comment sheet. Okay, do you have anything, Tracy? Come on. Okay. Because, I mean, it ain't like I'm going to jail because I let you speak, you know. I mean, I want to hear what you got to say. And Ms. Denise Douglas made the comment tonight. It's your voice that matters, y'all. Y'all's voice that matters, okay? We speak for y'all. We speak for y'all because we hear what y'all tell us, okay? And we see things, okay? All right, so if there's no other business.
I make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.